Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just filmed the most fire video I've ever filmed in my entire life. Um, it was 10 minutes of me just spitting absolute facts, and my camera wasn't rolling, but the sound was on. So there's not gonna be a video to this video, but the message I put out, I can't fucking film that twice. So literally, just like set your phone down and listen to the shit that's gonna come after this. I'm trying not to get pissed because it was so fire. It was so fire. But yeah, just listen to what's coming. I'm sorry there's no visual, but the audio is fucking gas. I'm so sorry. Hop in, everybody. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. I've got so many questions about when my next YouTube video is dropping, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have been so busy. Like, this is the first time in the past 3 weeks that I have found an extra 30 minutes for me to be able to pump out a video. So yeah, a lot of shit's been happening. Took a trip up to Michigan. My car got stolen. My Instagram got deactivated. I've been taking a lot of client calls. So it's just like, I've been having a lot of fun, but I've also been insanely busy with life. And I know I need to prioritize YouTube more, so here I am doing that. But as you can tell by the caption of this video, the title of this video, that your brain is not going to be the same after this video. Because I'm going to explain a little bit about what your brain is doing all the time, and how you've been identifying with your subconscious, how your subconscious really isn't you, and how your subconscious also determines your day. Because like 90% of our day is subconscious, which is fucking insane, because that means 90% of our day, it's not even us, we're literally operating off of past programs and past thought patterns, and our subconscious is literally doing everything it can to keep us safe and comfortable. So you have to become intensely mindful of all of your thoughts. There's so many people out there that are literally just operating on autopilot every fucking day, rather than like trying to be intentional about what they think about and making their thinking productive. Whenever I catch myself slipping, thinking about things that really aren't serving me, helping me, I'll be like, okay, let's try to change the trajectory of my thought patterns right now. Let's try to think in a different direction. Let's try to go towards productivity rather than uncertainty with like a relationship or anticipating a future that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I catch myself thinking about either like whether it be a girl, or that's really the only thing I ever think about when I'm not thinking productively. So it's either I'm thinking productively, or I'm living in the moment, or I'm thinking about a relationship or just girls or something like that. And obviously I'm not like ashamed to say that, because I'm a dude. Like, I'm biologically wired to think like that. All guys are, and girls are wired to think the other way with men. So it's entirely normal to think about that shit all the time, because like that's biological. Literally, your human psychology has evolved to reproduce, and that's ultimately what we're here on this planet for. Is like, our animalistic nature is here to, like, we're here to reproduce. So a lot of our tendencies and habits and actions are motivated by either the opposite sex's validation, which is insane. Once I learned that, I was like, yo. Because ultimately, like, I see so many dudes that are going to the gym, they're trying to make a lot of money, and a majority of the reasons is because they want women validation. Like, they're not even doing these things for themselves anymore. They're doing it to get girls, and ultimately those things are not going to attract the right people for you. The only thing that's going to attract the right person or people is by you being authentic to yourself and not giving a fuck what anyone thinks, because people can pick up on that energy, bro. When you really just don't give a shit and like you're gonna say what you feel unapologetically, people fuck with that, and that's how you attract the right people, dude. But I want to talk more about how everything is a habit. Every single thing, we are habitual creatures. Every single thing that we do is basically a repeated pattern. Like, you wake up on the same side of the bed every day, you check your phone when you wake up, and you go brush your teeth with the same hand. All of these things. And if you really want to start spicing up your life, you have to start being mindful of these patterns that are happening without you even recognizing that they're patterns, because the neural pathway of these habits is so large and so strong that you don't even realize it. It's just become normal. And people who have caffeine every day, check Instagram every day, smoke a cigarette every day, hit their vape every day. Like, if you're relying on something to feel normal, your homeostasis, your body's homeostasis is not even... Sober you is not normal you, which is fucking insane. Because I'm caffeinated every day. Like, I have caffeine every single morning. So to think that my body's homeostasis is not sober, it's caffeinated. Like, I am normal caffeinated. So, like, your body starts to adjust to need this external chemical drug to feel normal, which is insane. So you have to be insanely mindful of the things that you do every day and try to make it productive, and don't rationalize it. And I know when I say make it productive, probably like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, you're going to grow from it, basically. You have to look at it as, okay, I'm going to grow from this so I can recognize when I'm using something as a crutch to feel normal, and, like, ask myself, is this bad? But then again, there's no such thing as bad. So, like, it's all up to the perceiver, which is crazy to me. So, you really need to be insanely intentional about where your time and energy is going. And if you've followed me for a while, you know I've talked about this shit. Because energy can be anything from a single thought, because everything is energy. Every single thing is energy. Like, a thought changes your vibration. Your vibration is your energy, and that determines what you're going to attract. So you have to be insanely mindful about what you think about, because that is insanely powerful energy. And it comes down to the little things that you're telling yourself. Like, you have to be so intentional about what you think about. So, like, if you say, I'm not really that confident, you have to switch it to, I'm not that confident recently, but I'm getting better at it every day. Or, I don't like my body, but I'm improving it every day to as much as my power can help me do that. Like, getting in the gym, eating healthy. I'm getting better every day. I haven't reached my goal, but I'm getting closer every day. I have social anxiety, but I'm getting better at talking to people every day. Because just such a simple switch in narrative can change your whole state of being. And you also have to be super grateful. You have to be grateful, because gratitude releases like serotonin, dopamine, fucking all of these. Your brain is basically a pharmacy, and with every thought you get prescribed different drugs. So that's why it's so important to be intentional and mindful about what you think about, and don't identify with the thoughts that you don't like. Because why would you ever think about something that's not going to serve you, benefit you, make you feel better, make you think better? Why would you ever think about that intentionally? You wouldn't. That's the thing. So when all these negative, intrusive thoughts come into your consciousness, you can't identify with them. That's simply your subconscious trying to get a rise out of you. So whenever I think about shit that doesn't serve me, I'd rather not think about. I just say, damn, that's funny. My mind just took me on another trip. Because all day long, your mind is going to try to take you on trips. And I don't know if you know this, but like, whenever you just try to tune out and just be, and you tell yourself, I'm not going to think about anything right now. Straight background chatter. And you're just like, who the fuck is that? That's not me thinking. It's just your subconscious and your ego. And you have the power to choose what you identify with. So if thought is bringing nothing but uncertainty and anxiety and this unfulfilling feeling, you don't have to identify with it and say, that's not me thinking right now. That's simply my subconscious, and I'm going to rewire it. I'm getting better at rewiring it every day. And then by doing this, it's like repetition. Every single time you catch yourself and say, I'm not going to fall into that trap again, not worth my time, you're building that muscle. You're building the new neural pathway of like, okay, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. So be insanely mindful about what you think about, who you give your energy to, what you give your energy to, where your energy's going. Like, are you consuming pointless ass content? And if you are, start being more intentional about it, because what you consume is ultimately going to stick in your subconscious, and then your subconscious is going to create your reality. So you have to just start being mindful of everything that you allow into your brain, every person that you allow into your circle, because all of these things come in and they make this thing called you. And then you start operating off of what you think these other people expect from you rather than what you expect from yourself, because we're always looking for others' validation. So once you stop looking for others' validation and you do things simply to impress yourself, that's when you're going to start to get really happy. And happy is good. Happy's good. That's ultimately the goal. So I'm going to be honest, I totally just wung this video. Like, I knew that I wanted to talk about time and energy, and that's basically it. That's really all I had coming into this. I just channeled basically everything else from all of the knowledge and information I've been consuming in the past 3 weeks. This is like my best 10-minute wung recap I could do. So hopefully you took notes on that shit, because if you actually implement the stuff I just talked about right there, you're gonna change as an individual. So DM me on Instagram, comment below if you like this video. Let me know what you want to see next. We have a new podcast coming out next week. Got a new setup coming. It's gonna be insane. But yeah, it's been a minute. I'm happy to be back. I love you guys. As always, thank you for being here.